Rain. Good morning, rain from Ray on this Saturn's Day, the 23rd of February. Let's check out the moon calendar. February the 23rd, Saturn's Day. The moon is now waning.
You're still listening to the Blues Hangover on
Going a dark.
Cambridge, 95.
Just starting to.
Also streaming on WHR.
New on the 6th of March.
You just listen to Fats Domino. This song Ain't That a Shame. And that's on the disc, the very best of Fats Domino. And just before that was Esther May Scott, Coast Coast Blues disc, Mama Ain't Nobody's Fool. One more song coming up before I turn it over to Hillbilly. Thanks for tuning in with me. We've got Bessie Griffin, The Day is Past and Gone, playing until 9 a.m. Enjoy.
Fake in English Gematria is 23. Reducing, of course, to 5, the 5 of Eve, Roman numeral 5, the V, the chalice of Alice, of the sacred feminine, and then the blade of the sacred masculine. Put them together with the triangle going up and the triangle going down. You have the Star of David or Divide, or the Seal of Solomon, also known as the Merkaba, or the soul vehicle. You're made up of equal parts masculine going up, feminine going down. That's your shape. 6, the base 6. And then what else equals, reduces to 23.5? Well, that would be Biff, who is based on Donald Trump, according to Bob Gale, co-author of Back to the Future. 23.5. Trump, which equals 88, as in 88 miles per hour. As in, also equaling 88 is persona, which is the ego, or the face, or the facade, equaling 2012. And we got the 2020 election coming up. Donald, which means, in Proto-Celtic, ruler of the world. Trump from 1510's deceive, cheat. And Old French, Trump means blow the trumpet, act the fool. Elected on 11-8, 11 times 8, 88. And he beat Hilarity, Hillary, Clinton Klingon of the Clinton crime family. And both candidates from New York, House of Orange, Orange House of Death, 23rd hour, 11 p.m., warning, orange, amber, embers of September through December. His acceptance speech was when? 11-9. Oh, and you saw Hilarity wearing also the orange pantsuit all the time. Orange House of Death, the Royal Dutch House of Orange of New York, founders of New York, on 9/11. 9/11 was a birthday ritual. It was a sacrifice ritual, bringing down the pillars with the 2 L's, the pillars on 9/11, 9/11. 11th hour, 11 p.m. Death, the witching hour, time of sacrifice. Occultism, number 23, Jim Carrey. Andy Kaufman in the wrestling match. Yeah. This is not America. Not a democratic republic. Not the nation that was founded in 1776 as anti-imperial, anti-empire building. No. This is plutocracy. Rule by riches. Rule by mammon. And it's obvious. If this was America, people would be taken to the streets, unified in the common cause of saying no to this tyrannical, fascist, corporate, dead speech government, which has trashed these founding documents by passing draconian, anti-democratic, anti-republic legislation against the people, ra public, sun people. Politicians are parasites. front faces masks on the power structure. Democrat or Republican. Bernie Sanders, Donald Trump, Hillary Clinton, all of them. Colonel Sanders. He's running again! Oh, joy! Oh, I burn! Feel the burn! Chapter 13 of the Bhagavad Gita now. Of Hare Krishna, part 13, here on the 23rd. This is part 23, I'm sorry, of Hare Krishna, chapter 23. The body called the field, the soul called the knower of the field, and the discrimination between them, the field and the knower of the field. Arjuna said,
to the Blues Hangover, Bessie Griffin over the Blues Hangover.
Prakriti and Purusa.
Radio for Greater Boston, WHRB. Tune in again next Saturday at 5 a.m. for the Saturday edition of the Blues Hangover, and tomorrow at 7 a.m. for the Sunday edition of the same program. And stay tuned for Hillbilly at Harvard at about half a minute past 9 a.m. Saturday.
Hillbilly at Harvard.
2019.
Arjuna said, Prakriti and Purusa, the field and the knower of the field, knowledge and the object of knowledge, these I should like to know, O Kesava, or Krishna. We got a couple of footnotes right off the bat. Prakriti, or nature, is unconscious activity, and Purusa, the self, is inactive consciousness. The body is called the field, in which events happen. All growth, decline, and death take place in it. The conscious principle, inactive and detached, which lies behind all active states as witness, is the knower of the field. See also below chapter 12, or on the Samkhya system. And then the second footnote.
Well, good morning, friends and neighbors, and welcome once again to Hillbilly at Harvard.
Hillbilly at Harvard.
Well, not quite 4 big hours of the very best of that good old time, down-to-earth country music.
This verse is not found in some editions.
46 tiny minutes today.
This is from the second
All
one.
your favorite country music classics, some hand-picked bluegrass, country hit or two, and some old-timey music as well. Stick around now, won't you?
This verse is not found in some editions. If it is included, the total number of verses in the Bhagavad Gita will be 701 and not 700, which is the number traditionally accepted. So, we do not include it in the numbering of the verses. The Blessed Lord said, "This body, O son of Kunti, Arjuna, is called the field. And him who knows this, those who know thereof call the knower of the field. Know me as the knower of the field in all fields, O Bharata."
Earl Scruggs, the Foggy Mountain Boys, with our theme, of course, the Foggy Mountain Special. Let's get rolling with this classic from Ray Price.
The knower, the knowledge of the field and its knower do I regard as true knowledge. Oh, first he says, know me as the knower of the field in all fields, O Bharata. The knowledge of the field and its knower do I regard as true knowledge. Hear briefly from me what the field is, of what nature, what its modifications are, whence it is, what he, the knower of the field, is, and what his powers are. This has been sung by sages in many ways and distinctly in various hymns, and also in well-reasoned and conclusive expressions of the aphorisms of the Absolute, the Brahma Sutra. And there's a footnote there. The great 5 gross elements, self-sense, understanding, as also the unmanifested, the 10 senses and mind, and the 5 objects of the senses. Let's do footnotes 3 and 4 now. The Gita suggests that it is expounding the truths already contained in the Vedas, the Upanishads, and the Brahma Sutra, or the aphorisms of Brahman, later systematized by Badarayana. And then the fourth note, see below chapter 12. Verse 6, chapter 13. The body called the field, the soul called the knower of the field, and discrimination between them. Desire and hatred, pleasure and pain, the aggregate, the organism, intelligence and steadfastness described. This in brief is the field, along with its modifications. Knowledge. Verse 7. Humility, absence of pride, integrity, absence of deceit, nonviolence, patience, uprightness, service of the teacher, purity of body and mind, steadfastness and self-control, indifference to the objects of sense, self-effacement, and the perception of the evil of birth, death, old age, sickness, and pain, non-attachment, absence of clinging to son, wife, home, and the like, and a constant equal-mindedness to all describe and desirable and undesirable happenings, equal-mindedness to all desirable and undesirable happenings, unanswering devotion to me with wholehearted discipline.
Great prize from back in 1952, written by C.M. Bradley. I'm Hillbilly at Harvard. Good morning, I'm Cousin Len. Here are, I was going to say here is, but these are two of them, Ricky Skaggs and Tony Rice.
Talk about suffering here below, and let's keep a loving Jesus. Talk about suffering here below, and let's keep a following Jesus. The gospel train is coming.
Unswerving devotion to me with wholehearted discipline. Resort to solitary places. Resort to solitary places. Dislike for a crowd of people. Constancy in the knowledge of the Spirit. Insight into the end of the knowledge of truth. This is declared to be true knowledge, and all that is different from it is non-knowledge. I will describe that which is to be known, and by knowing which life is eternal. Life eternal is gained. I will describe that which is to be known, and by knowing which life eternal is gained. It is the Supreme Brahman, who is beginningless, and who is said to be neither existent nor non-existent. The knower of the field, with his hands and feet everywhere, with eyes, heads, and faces on all sides, with ears on all sides, he dwells in the world, enveloping all. He appears to have the qualities of all the senses, and yet is without any of the senses, unattached, and yet supporting all, free from the gunas, or the dispositions of prakriti, nature, and yet enjoying them. He is without and within all beings. He is unmoving as also moving. He is too subtle to be known. He is far away and yet he is far away and yet is he near. He is undivided, indivisible, and yet he seems to be divided among all beings. He is to be known as supporting creatures, destroying them, and creating them afresh.
Skaggs and Rice on Sugar Hill. Back in the 80s. It was the first of two, I believe. The weather forecast for the greater Boston metropolitan area and vicinity for today. It was 22.6 degrees on the river in Saxonville under relatively clear skies when I got up this morning. Warmed up almost to 28 or so by the time I left. 29, I guess. Today, going to warm up to near 40, mostly sunny with a high wind. Calm wind. I'm reading ahead. Tonight, a chance of snow tonight, but not much. Snow and sleet between 1 and 5 a.m., and then a chance of rain and snow after 5 a.m. with increasing clouds and a low around 30. The chance of precipitation only 40%. Little or no snow or sleet accumulation expected in the immediate Boston area. Maybe a little more west out where we are. Tomorrow, rain and sleet becoming all rain Afternoon, high near 45, sort of yucky with an easterly wind. Little or no sleet accumulation expected.
Hare Krishna.
Monday, mostly sunny, high near 38, but very breezy.